Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Movies and Beyond. I'm your host, The Movie Blaze, and today we are going to be talking about the best and worst movies of 2024 and a few news in the process. But before we get started, I want to ask you guys, how you guys doing today? Are you guys are aware about the NA fires, right? Now I'm not gonna spend too long on this, but I do know that it's affecting a lot of people right now. And I just hope I hope that everyone is safe and that everything will be okay. You know? But with that being said, I want to address something real quickly. I will be on my own for this episode, so bear with me. This might not be the funnest episode of Movies and Beyond, but I'm going to try my best to make it at least entertaining for you. Oh, enjoyable, I should say. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting with my week and how's it going? Well, my week is going pretty good. There's not that much to update, except I've been working on ideas for the upcoming content that I want to produce on this channel, Movie Blaze 1 here on YouTube. And so far, I'm not getting the ideas that I have. I've been cooking, guys. I really have. And I think it's something that all of you guys will enjoy. You know, there's going to be a lot more movie reviews, a lot more video essays, and of course, a whole lot of new episodes of Movies and Beyond, and so much more, guys. What I just mentioned is just a bit of what's to come. Just giving you a bit, just another bit, another taste of what's to come on Movie Blaze 1 in the year 2025. And I am really looking forward to this year, guys. I really am. Speaking of which, I'm going to mention this now because I might forget it when the podcast ends or when I'm doing my huge wrap up. So, next Monday, January 20th, is of course Martin Luther King's Day. I know it's a holiday, but no matter what, the show must go on and we're still doing an episode. And believe it or not, guys, in 3 days, not only will it be the 1 year anniversary of the channel Movie Blaze 1 here on YouTube, but also the 1 year anniversary of Movies and Beyond. Now that episode is gonna be something special. And I'm really hoping it will. Because that's a huge milestone. I mean, think about it, guys. 27 episodes, that includes this one, is outstanding. It's amazing. It's nothing to laugh at. There's nothing to roll your eyes over. That is a huge accomplishment. It really is. And with that episode, we're going to talk about, our favorite episodes, what we see in the future for Movies and Beyond, and other things in that nature. So that is going to be fun. That is going to be interesting. And I can't wait. Now, with all that said and done, let's get on to the main topic of today. Oh, I always forget to mention this, but if you guys want to follow us on streaming, you can. Whether it be Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, dang it, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, whichever you prefer. And keep in mind, we go live here on YouTube every Monday around 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. 4:30 p.m., not 4:30 a.m. Just making that clear. So with all that said and done, let's get on to the actual topics. Because it is interesting. It's going to be interesting. And I also want to put up a disclaimer real quick before we start. The disclaimer is I am going to talk a little bit about the best movies I've seen in 2024. They're going to be brief. Some of them I might talk a little bit longer than others. And the only reason why I say this is because I'm planning on making a video. It's not going to be a top 10 video, but it's going to be a video where I go over my list of my favorite movies of 2024. Now, I might make a least favorite movies of 2024, but I'm not gonna do that. So instead, I am just gonna list them off here on this podcast episode, if that's cool with y'all. Alright. So without further ado, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, let me put up my letterbox real quickly. And we will commence. We shall continue. Alright. So up first we have hold up. Alright. First up we have Oyen in the Dark. Now I've already reviewed this movie, so I'm not gonna go into depth about it, but I am gonna say this movie was a surprise for me. It really was. DreamWorks, they cooked. They cooked with this one, folks. And everything I gotta say about it, the animation, the voice acting, everything is really good. Now, yes, there are some predictable moments, but outside of that, it's really interesting. It's nice to see original films. It's really nice. Alright. Next up, we have Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, I really loved Deadpool and Wolverine. It was really good. Now, was it entertaining? Absolutely. Of course it was. And I loved every single moment of it. Is it nostalgia? Yes. Do things make sense in that movie? No. Well, somewhat. But do I have any flaws with the movie? No. No, not really. I just have enough positivity with this movie because Deadpool and Wolverine, they did Deadpool 3 right. I am so happy. I'm so happy and thankful that Disney did not mess this up. Or Marvel, the MCU, did not mess this up. And with Logan coming back to Wolverine, I was like, wait, is this gonna retcon Logan, the ending to that film? The one that's very beautiful? But I'm happy to report that they did not ruin that ending at all. In fact, it's a different Wolverine for reasons I'm not gonna give away too much for the people who've seen it. I mean, for the people who haven't seen it. But for the people who know, you know. And man, I could go all day with this, but I'm not going to because we have a lot of other movies to cover. So with that being said, Deadpool Wolverine is one of my favorites. All right. The Fall Guy. Now, I love this movie. Just like with Owen and the Dog, I also reviewed this movie. And I loved it. I really liked it. I'm not going to say love. Love is a strong word. More like. I liked the film. And it's really, it was really good. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, fantastic. And it gave me more appreciation for the stuntman. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Another movie that I recommend is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This movie is really good. Now, does it make it better than the Caesar trilogy, if that's what we're calling it? The answer is no. No. This movie stands alone. It stands on its own two feet. It stands on its own merits. And the movie overall was really good. More focus on the apes. Now, I don't know if that would be the case after the ending, but it was nice to see apes. Have the movie focus on them, which I do enjoy. I really do. Now, I do want to give an honorable mention to If. Did I hate the movie If? No, I did not. But at the same time, it was okay. It was alright. Ryan Reynolds, okay. The other actors did okay too. The movie overall, my issues lie with the premise, not the premise, but the execution. Because the premise is pretty interesting. In the movie that we got, for the first 5 to 10 minutes, I would say, the movie is focused on this one thing. It presents us with this one idea. And I was like, okay, I'm interested in this. But it goes into blend territory, 20 to 30 minutes afterward. And I'm not saying that's a bad film. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that it's a movie that's passable. It's passable. And that's about it. That's all that needs to be said. The Garfield movie. Now, I don't love this movie. No, hate it. At best, I would say it's okay. Just like with If. The Garfield movie is okay. The animation is pretty good, though. It really is. But the predictability and the pop culture references, and there's one line towards the end that Garfield says that I just face palmed. I'm like, did you literally just say that? Or ask that? Something I don't remember what he said. But he said it. And I was like, wow. Anyway, moving right along to Bad Boys Ride or Die. Now, this movie, I enjoyed. It was fun. It was fun. I didn't see the previous movies outside of Bad Boys. What was it? Bad Boys for Life? Which I would never, forget this. That there was a missed opportunity. Instead of calling the fuck movie Bad Boys Ride or Die, they should have called it Bad Boys for Life. And then, for the third film, have Bad Boys Ride or Die. If that makes sense. Anyway, it was fun. Oh, by the way, Will Smith getting snapped. Yep, that was That was entertaining. I said that. That was entertaining. Oh my goodness. Let's think about it still. Um, Inside Out 2. What can I say about this movie that hasn't already been said? It's awesome. It's an awesome movie. It's really good. The animation, of course, is good. The voice acting, good. The story is really good too. This is another sequel that's well, this is another animated sequel that deals with anxiety. Puss in Boots 2 dealt with this. My Miles Morales dealt with it, and well, this is not a anime sequel, but this is a short film called The Spider Within. I talked about Nasio. Sorry, I talked about Nasio. That short film was really good, but my point is that short film also dealt with a character having anxiety issues. Inside Out too. Oh man, oh man. And you know what the crazy thing is? You still get anxiety as an adult. Trust me, I said no. I have personal experience with that. And I still do. Alright. Robot Dreams. Which for those who haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do because it's not only a good film, a great film I should say, but it's also one of those movies that's animated, that's just that. But also, it's a silent film. There's no dialogue at all. So yes, the animation is really good. But the story is damn well heartwarming, guys. It really is. I said it, Teal. I'm not afraid to admit it. I said it, Teal. They what? Twice, maybe three times at best during the film. Next up, we have Kinds of Kindness. Now, this is a movie that I was expecting to be good because the trailers were good. But my goodness, the movie's actually good, if not better than the actual trailer itself. You have William Dafoe, Emma Stone, and let me just say, fantastic. Two fantastic actors working in Hollywood today. This movie, highly recommend. A Quiet Place Day One. As much as I wasn't a fan, well, as much as I didn't love this movie as much as I did with the first one, this one's not that bad. It's not really bad at all. In fact, it's pretty good. Now, I can't say anything about A Quiet Place 2 because I haven't seen it. So that's the only reason why, that's why I'm mentioning the first Quiet Place and the prequel, A Quiet Place Day One. So there you go. Beetlejuice. That movie was fun. It really was. Was it bad by any means? No, of course not. Was it Nostalgia Fest? Oh yeah, yeah. Was it a snowbone during the first 10, 15, 20 minutes? Yes. But after my king showed up, it was great. And honestly, for a movie that just wants to entertain you, I'm okay with it. I know most people be like, oh, movie please, you're just so negative. You're so, a harsh critic. That's a popular word that people like to use. But I'm I'm not. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Yeah, well, no. I am. No, I'm lying to myself. I am. I'm a harsh movie critic, but that's only because of the movies that I love movies. Let me just say that. I love movies. With that being said, I care about the art form. I care about the craft. So if the writing's bad, the characters are not likable. The movie overall is just dog shit. I am gonna go out of my way and tell you straight up, this was garbage. This wasn't good. You know? So sorry for my little rant. Well, my PSA. Get on my soapbox or whatever. But I felt like I really need to say that. Because some people just don't understand. Anyway. Transformers 1. Now, this is a movie that I did not expect. I did not expect it to be good. In fact, I expected it to do the exact opposite of good. But when I saw the movie, I was like, this is actually really good. This exceeded my expectations. This movie was a surprise. And also keep in mind, I wasn't looking forward to this movie prior to seeing it. So for me to actually come out of the data and say that this movie's good, this movie surprised me, this movie wowed me, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. Transformers 1. One of the best movies of 2024. And that's why it's on this list. The Riot Robot. Now, I'm not going to spend too long on this, talking about this movie, but it's fantastic. If you want to know why, go see it for yourself. Beautiful animation. Beautiful voice cast. The movie's just beautiful. And yes, it is a tearjerker. I've cried. I've cried a few times during the film. And man, that movie's so good. And speaking of movies that are good, Smile 2. Now, I enjoyed the first Smile movie, but I did not expect number 2 to be good. Because, with sequels, they'll hit or miss. They can never hit the same levels as the original. Or maybe they succeed. Maybe they go beyond that. Next Shrek 2 or whatever. But Smile 2 actually is a good film. My Only Scott is a W. I've been talking to a friend about this, and we both loved it. Kiddo soundtrack, by the way, too. Okay. All right. We don't really have that many movies left in terms of the best. Better Man was a surprise for me. And I'm not gonna say that much. The only thing that I would mention at the very least is Robbie Williams. He does a good job in this film. And songs are good. The story is very intriguing as well. It's a biopic about his life, but it's told from a different perspective. If you've seen the trailer, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Or if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I really like it. I like the idea of it. And the movie did not disappoint. In fact, I teared up a few times. Wow. Take a drink of water or soda any time I say it teared me up. Because, guys, I'm going to be with you guys. I'm not saying 10 minutes. I cry during movies. Okay? Well, let me take a step back and let me reverse what I just said. Because sometimes I don't cry during movies. But the movie's bad. It makes me cry for a whole different reason, man. Anyway, so Better Man. Highly recommend it. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I love it. Go see it. I plan on making a video talking about it. Actually talking about the entire Sonic trilogy. So keep an eye out for that. Not gonna say too much. Not gonna say that much more. And of course, is anyone shocked by my number one spot, Wicked? Yes, defying gravity it did, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Everyone I've talked to before seeing it for myself has said it's fantastic. It's good. You know, a few people that I know actually saw it more than once. And I was like, wow, I really want to see this. And I'm glad I did because the movie was fabulous, for lack of a better word. Okay, so I want to hear from you guys real quickly before we move on to the next topic. What do you what were your what were your favorite movies of 2024? All right. Y'all better see more motor drones and digital circus episodes soon. I will. I do plan on it. I've only seen a few episodes of motor drones, and with digital circus, I've seen 3 episodes. I need to catch up. That's what I need to do. I need to get off my soapbox. I need to stop procrastinating and actually start watching them. That's all that it is. It's a procrastination in time. Rock DJ is straight up bango. Yes, Rock DJ is a straight up bango. Yes, it is. It is. It is. And I love it. In fact, the entire soundtrack is a bango. You know, let's not deny. All right. So, if no one has their favorite movies of 2024 that they want to put down, you can put it down in the night chat. And also, you can put the roast on that as well, because that's where we're heading towards. The worst movies of 2024. Now, some of these movies I forgot I've seen. All right, so let's talk. I'm not gonna say that much about it. I'm not gonna say that much about it. The guy from Spider-Man, you know, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. He was the only one keeping it from being a total snooze fest. That's that. Let's see. The Strangers, Chapter 1. I was bored. I was bored while watching this movie. And the fact that there was there were kills in it, but they're not interesting. The girl isn't even interesting as well. The characters are hateable. My goodness. Wow. You know, I forgot most of this movie, but as I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now, I'm reminded of all the bad that was in that film. But again, I really didn't care to make a review on Letterboxd. And I really didn't care about following along with the movie because, what was it, 10 seconds? No, 10 seconds. 10 minutes or 20 minutes in, I was already out. I was like, yeah. I forgot to mention this, but going back to Wicked for a bit, that movie's 3 hours. But that movie was so good that I completely forgot that was a 3 hour movie. I'm serious. I completely forgot about that. So for a movie like The Strangers Chapter 1 to have a short one time but still be known as all hell, or feel known as all hell, then yeah, your movie isn't good. No one had good things to say about that movie. You know what? Let me take that back. Because there might be people who like The Strangers Chapter 1, and I'm not going to take that away from them. All I'm saying is that the movie was bad from my perspective, from my point of view. the way I see it, the way I viewed it. You know, and like I said, I could be a harsh critic, and I am a harsh critic. I'm not gonna deny. All right. You know what? Trap. Trap is a movie that's not bad, but it's not good. It is. It is good for entertainment value. I had a blast watching this movie, and yes, it is stupid. Yes, the dialogue made no sense whatsoever. In fact, the dialogue and just the expression on what the characters were looking like, I laughed out loud. There were moments where I was the only one laughing. I caught myself, and I'm like, "Am I the only one laughing here? This movie is hilarious." There's this one moment where I couldn't control my laughter, and I'm like, "Okay, that was a fake ass laugh." But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, the movie was entertaining. Afraid. This movie was so bad that the movie got pulled from theaters. I think the week after or 2 weeks after I saw it. I don't remember. The only thing I remember was being bored. This movie was straight up lame. This movie wasn't interesting. You know, and this is coming from Blumhouse. Blumhouse. Now, I might make a video on Blumhouse in the future. I might or might not. But, man, they've had a lot of hits and misses. And with their misses, yikes. Yikes. When they win, it's a W. When they lose, it's a massive L. All right. Speak No Evil. Now, this is a movie that's not bad or good. I just put that. I just put it in. It's okay. It's in that okay type of category. There's gonna be a couple movies that gonna be. There's a couple movies on this list that's not good or bad. You know, they're just all right. And Speak No Evil is definitely one of them. Now, I did not see the remake. I'm sorry, I did not see the original film prior to seeing the new one. But all I say is that James McAvoy did a good job. You know, other actors did a good job, and for what they were trying to do, I appreciate it. I do. You know, and I gave this movie 3 stars on Letterboxd. So that's that. And let's see. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks' movie Heel. Now, this movie I didn't hate, but I didn't love either. Just like with Speak No Evil, I appreciate what the director was trying to do. You know, I appreciate the one shot of just being inside the house. I appreciate that. But the movie was just boring. There was nothing. I felt nothing for the characters at all. And that's really sad. That really is. Now, that's just me, but yeah. Red One is another movie on this list that's alright. I didn't love Red One, but I didn't hate it. I know a few people did prior to me seeing it, and they were saying that it was a roast movie of 2024. And I'm like, guys, I've seen roast movies than this. It's not bad. You know, it's all right. And there's some people that actually liked the film. You know, I broke that movie down. Haven't, the people that I encountered who saw Red One really enjoyed it. So hey, it has an audience. You know, And don't get me wrong, there were a few times where I chuckled, and that was about it. That's all I gotta say. Mufasa. Oh my goodness. Okay. Mufasa. This movie, wow. Well, I just realized, I just had a moment. Sorry. I had a moment where I remembered the 1994 movie, the animated movie, the good one. And with a character, one of the hyenas say Mufasa. And I'm like, wow, it just brought me back. Anyway, but it's a good thing to talk about because Mufasa, in many ways, it's not bad. It's not a bad film. The more I think about it, it's not bad. It's, for lack of a better word, and it's, oh my goodness. It's not the worst movie 2024, y'all. Okay? It's not the worst. But it's definitely not the best. You know? I enjoyed some of the songs from the movie. In fact, I found Scar to be quite tragic at times. And yeah, that was about it. But I don't hate this movie. I really don't. Do I love this movie? Do I like it? No, I don't. I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be straightforward with you guys. I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it either. It was all right. I gave it 2 stars, so that already tells you that I don't like it. That I didn't like it. All right, these two movies are neck and neck because to me, both of them are terrible. And the two movies I'm talking about is Madam Web and Craven the Hunter. These two movies, oh my goodness, I couldn't stand either of those movies. Now with Madam Web, it was fun when doing a watching on with friends. Okay? But seeing the movie, I know, it's not a good film. It's not. There's a lot of issues, there's a lot of question there's a lot of questionable camera angles. The dialogue is awful. The characters are forgettable. And those I'm sorry, teenage, quote unquote, because all of them are adults, they're grown ass adults, and yet they're acting like kids. Um, yeah, I just didn't really like. And the villain, I didn't like the villain at all. Evil. I was like, what? Like, it's stupid. And Craven the Hunter, that movie is just bad. It really is bad. And now I will say this with Craven the Hunter. The brutal action scenes I enjoyed. Aaron Taylor Johnson did his best. And what's the quote? All of these actors are trying. But here's the thing. They're reading a script that's so bad that makes you want to throw up. Yes. And you know what? I am gonna talk in depth about the movie, both of them, pretty soon on the channel. Keep an eye out for that. Now, that was my best and worst movies of 2024. The ones I've seen. Now, let's move over to the final topic of the night. Shrek 5 gets delayed. Now, yes, you heard it here right. Shrek 5 has been delayed to December 23rd, 2026. Why? Well, it's because Universal, for whatever reason, wanted to move up Minions 3 and put it in that July slot. On the same day as Shrek 5. So Shrek 5 got moved to December, which is interesting. I'll get to that in a moment. Because Ice Age 6 also comes out in December. But then again, who really cares about Ice Age anymore? And that's all I'll say, because I plan on making a video about that, about those two. If the video that I said previously and the video now that I'm mentioning, if those two things are gonna come to fruition on our channel, then cool. If not, then I didn't promise you guys anything. All I said is that I might make a video. So, with that being said, tune in next week. That about does it for Movies and Beyond for this episode. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. And I want to thank you so much for watching and listening. Now, next week is my 1-year anniversary of Movies and Beyond, and that's going to be something special. So tune in for that. Other than that, guys, until next week, and until those videos come, I'm the Movie Blaze, telling you to keep on blazing.